Put that up there real quick. I gotta send this out to everybody. There we go. Actually, yeah. KKK, what do I need to do today? Oh yeah, Totally forgot to share my screen on here. It's funny. Share that. Participants, invite, copy invitation link. Okay. Didn't I just say, oops? That's funny. Okay. I'm just gonna actually one more group. I forgot almost. Ooh, I always forget this. To forget to send it out here. Okay. Drink water, everybody. All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You know why I'm here. Thank you guys for checking out my weekly Forex analysis. It's your boy ABK. And so let's go ahead and get this party started, right? So what I usually do, this is just a regular thing that I do, is I go through the fundamental analysis real quick. Although I'm not much of a fundamental analysis trader, as in I don't base my opinion on news events a lot. I still like to go over them to figure out what's major going to happen, especially beginning of the month. You definitely want to check out the news, and you'll know that as of when I go through it, right? So Monday, so today we have some PMI news at 10 a.m. Well, tomorrow, I should say, tomorrow morning for me. 10 a.m. we have PMI news, and then at 10:30 p.m. we have Australian dollar rate statements. So those are both high impact news. You want to check them out. Tuesday, you have Australian dollar GDP at 7:30 p.m. So that should move the market a little bit for the Australian dollar in the evening hours. Wednesday, we have GDP news. It's tentative, so basically it's going to be rolling throughout the whole day. And then we also have, hold on, let me get rid of this. Don't know why it's making that noise. And I'm also going to make sure to continue. I'm gonna mute everybody because I I forgot to do that when I first started. Okay, there we go. So now that I got that handled, and one more thing. Okay. Then also we have, like I was saying, tentative GBP news. We have annual budget release. That's going to be basically a whole day type of thing. So expect some volatility in the GBP pairs, and I'm so excited to do GBP pairs this week. NZD news, we have RBNZ Governor Orr speaks at 3:15 p.m. It's going to be like a speech apparently. We have OPEC JMMC meetings. This happens, I think, 3 times. I mean, yeah, like 4 times a month. I mean, a year. Let me see. February, Jan. Oh, yeah. So it usually happens like 3-4 times a month, a year. So it'll be March. It happens. Then after, like January, it happens. Then after January, March. So 2 months, every 2 months type of thing. It's just a meeting that has to do with like all like oil and stuff like that. Anyways, USD. If I'm not mistaken, like I said, I'm not really too big on doing fundamental analysis. I just look at it just to be able to gauge certain times when the markets might be more volatile. Anyways, USD, we have Federal Chair Powell is going to be speaking, and then we have NFP on Friday, 8:30. So NFP week, non-farm payroll. That's a high impact news that you definitely want to watch for when you're trading, and so again, these are the things that you want to be looking out for in the markets for you to be able to decide, okay, am I going to be trading or am I going to just wait and see what the market does type of thing. So now that we've gone over that, I'm going to go ahead and just close that off, and then we're going to go on over to the charts. So let's go over here. Weekly time frame real quick. Going to get rid of this. Okay. All right, so we're on the DXY. So DXY left a huge wick on the downside on the weekly time frame on Friday, and man, did it fake people out. That was interesting. It really faked people out. So what I could definitely be seeing on the DXY with this candle right here is I really want to see price push to the upside and start to really break out to the upside. But it could very well just hold right here, back up to at this supply zone, and then just continue to fall, because it still held up. It still came back up to this 90.959 area and held. So we gotta watch out for that. But I definitely like this candlestick right here. Like if you look at this candlestick, I mean with that wick right there, and then you see this wick right there. If price repeats what it did right here, then we can very well expect a push to the upside to happen. So that's kind of where I'm leaning towards, but not until price actually does it will I be like, okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Actually go on the monthly time frame as well, because it's about to be a new month. This had, well, exactly, it's already showing 30 days, 23 hours. So it's basically a new monthly candle. Actually, not basically, it is a new monthly candle, and it's just a doji type looking candle. So with the DXY, I'm not saying that I'm bullish on it quite yet. It has to break this level, because even on the monthly time frame, price is still under here. It's still holding on here for like the past, if you want to count this month, past 3 months has been under the supply zone. So until price actually breaks through the supply zone, then I can't really say that this is going to be bullish. It's been bearish for so long, it's still going to remain bullish in my opinion. So that's for that. Let's go on over to the daily time frame. So I do see, no, that's not a solid channel to me. I do like this very bullish engulfing candle right here. I do like it, but again, me just seeing price just rejecting off of here is not making me really feel that the DXY is really gonna pop. If it would have broken that during the week, then for sure. And especially with it being NFP week for US dollar, I'm definitely gonna look to wait. There is a gap to the downside that we can see right here, so definitely want that to get filled out, but price could definitely just drop down and then fill it back up before possibly dropping. Again, guys, I just can't necessarily say that. I'm just stuck on the US dollar until it breaks this high, and that's just how I'm gonna have to be with it. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not gonna like really say anything until it happens. Like, we have a break of this unconfirmed trend line, break, retest, continuation to the upside kind of thing, but still, I'm not really feeling it. So at this point in time, and it's even like this, even look at it this type of way. Let's just say from this drop, no, not that drop. Yeah, I kind of have to. Although it did retrace, so that's the reason why I don't kind of want to. But still, this could still be an area of price coming up to like 91.050 again, and then dropping. So again, I really have to wait and be patient and see what the DXY is going to do, because I can't be comfortable with trying to buy this at this point in time. So just gonna be patient, gonna wait and see what the DXY will give me. But overall, just because the price is holding under this high supply zone, I'm good. This impulse, I'm not gonna use that. Actually, put that back there. I think TradingView changed stuff because I can't hide this like I want to. Oh, recently. I mean, dang, I can't hide this. I hate how TradingView updated that. I'm just gonna put this right here. Let me put this right here. That'd be solid. This would be solid as hell, but if price came back down here, then I'm just gonna start questioning if it's gonna just keep going bearish. Like, that's the reason why I don't kind of want to fib it. It looks like a solid place for sure for price to come back down to and then bounce back up. But at this point in time, if price does come down here, then I'm gonna be like, do I really want to play with that? So gonna watch for it for sure. I wish I knew how to hide it. I hate when TradingView updates. Like, how can you not hide certain things anymore? That sucks. Oh, I have to right click it? Oh, okay. Never mind then. So yeah, just gonna wait and see what this is really gonna do. And then even if I go onto the daily time frame and I fib this makes me think, okay, this definitely can go bullish. If I come and fib this out from this, oops, different indicator. From, oh, again. When I see that just makes me think this is gonna go bullish. Like, absolutely. Cause look where it left the wick at. Boom, boom, boom. It came down to the 78.6 fib, rejected, went bullish right after. All I can see is this going to the upside, but you know, you gotta really wait for the breakout and then a retest and then a continuation for me. So there's that. I mean, it's the same thing as how I had missed. Excuse me. It's the same thing as how I missed Euro USD. So let's go over onto arbitrage real quick. So let's go into the monthly time frame. Still on the monthly time frame from arbitrage, it's very much still bearish. I hate how it just called for a bearish candle 2 months ago for this to keep dropping. But still, it's just still showing that it's bearish. But that's on the monthly time frame, so don't really worry about that. Weekly time frame, we actually have it's setting up. I'm actually watching for this, because if this does call for a buy indeed, I'm gonna hate it if it does something like this. I would really hate it, but if this goes for a bullish move, this is actually a type of setup that I would look for, then yes, I would definitely love to take the US dollar up if it's indeed going to make that move, right? Oops. Daily time frame on arbitrage, on the other hand, I hate how this band is squeezing together, because now this is just saying that, okay, possibly a big move is going to happen. Because look, you see when the band started contracting here, and then boom, a huge move happened. So that's what I'm looking at when I'm seeing these contracting bands on a daily, that a possible big move is going to happen, but to where though, you know? But again, this gave out a fake out sell to the downside, but it could still very much fall here. I'm still watching it. I'm still not 100% over the buys on the DXY. 4 hour just called a buy right like a couple hours before the market closed, and the RSI line's all the way down here. Don't like how the 4 hour time frame looks either, and of course the 1 hour time frame, it went bullish as well, but again, not looking at those right now. So gonna really have to see what's up. The 15-minute time frame is starting to call for sells, but trying to like catch sells on the DX on like US dollar pairs right now, it'd be interesting. So gotta look at other things, see what's up. But as for now, dollar, all I see it doing really, again, with the fib that I drew right here, is just the same thing. That once I saw it come down right here and it rejected like this, all I can see it really doing is buying. But it really has to show me that it's gonna do that by breaking out to the upside right here. I can't just say, oh, buy right here at this high and then price drops, you know. So that's the DXY. Talked about that a little too long. All right, Euro USD. Like I said, guys, I played myself. I didn't press the button when I should have. So basically, the move that I called out last week for price to push up to the upside, come up to 1.22300 basically, 1.22300 basically, or 400, and then price to drop to the downside, ended up playing out. So, and again, it's just the same thing as with DXY. With price doing this, I do expect it to continue to the downside, but until it does, I can't say that it's bullish, or I can't say that it's bearish. Sorry. A weekly time frame. Let me just get rid of all this stuff real quick, because I actually want to keep all this. Hide. So weekly time frame, same thing. Me seeing this wick absolutely is so much love for price to push to the downside, just like how when this wick happened, price pushed to the downside as well. So yes, I am here for the drop, but it has to happen for me. Like, I need to see the breakout first for me to be okay. Yes, I am officially bearish. But until then, guys, hey, like, it's basically the opposite of what I'm seeing with the DXY. I don't want to get too deep into it. I don't see any potential entries for me personally, because at this point in time, I mean, I do see right here with this bullish move to the upside, I see this holding. I see this really possibly holding right here, and if it does hold, it can go bullish. And with how it looks on the opposite side, but wait, I'll get to arbitrage first. I mean, in a moment. And it looks on the opposite side. If the DXY is holding right here, yes, I do see this gap, but I'm not confident that it's gonna go bullish quite yet. Now, if it's gonna go bullish, this would be the week to do it because it is NFP. So what I would really say right now is I'm kind of looking for buys, and let me look at the volume. Let me take a look at the volume. Price came all the way up here. Let me look at daily volume. I wish I could remove those news events, but this much volume on this candle, yeah, I'm gonna be best advised and not try to go against that. Although, you know what? I'm gonna follow I'm gonna follow what I think is gonna happen, because I still, like I said, I still do think that this is gonna go to the upside. I really do. I'm gonna go ahead and place a buy right here. I do see that drop. I do see that the US dollar could definitely go bullish. But as of right now, all I see is a potential buy on Euro USD rather than a sell. Like, realistically, I don't see price going to the upside. I mean, going to the downside as of yet, until this breaks, which if it does, absolutely, I'll take the L. Like, it's gonna be a 70 pip stop loss. I'll definitely take the L on this, but I'm not confident that this is really gonna go bullish. Although I do see all this high volume on Friday. See see all this high volume right here as well. So that's another thing that's telling me. And with the weekly candle as well, that's telling me as well that, yo, this might not be a good move to try to buy this. But the trend is my friend, and right now Euro USD is trending up to the upside. So I can't ignore this. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this buy, risking about 1% of my account. I'm gonna go ahead, put the stop loss below these lows, and I would say, if price is gonna indeed go bullish, then I'll take price up. Let me get rid of these arrows. I'll definitely be looking to take price to 1.23292, like to make higher highs. If it is indeed going to go bullish, which I think it is, but there's a lot of confirmation that are stating otherwise as well. So, you know, gotta play devil's advocate. Let's go on over to arbitrage, and I keep forgetting to put that away. So the 15-minute time frame is indeed calling for a buy, so that's a good confirmation, but that's not what I'm looking for. Obviously, the 1 hour, 4 hour is going to be calling for sells. Sell. 4 hours, same thing. Oh, it just called for a sell right here. Yeah, I don't even like looking. I don't like when price does this. So I'm not going to be interested in the 4 hour time frame for a little bit. And daily time frame, although yes, it did break through the RSI line right here, none of the confirmations are saying that it's still going to sell. So, and naturally, weekly time frame, I am waiting for this. Oh, long term wise, I'm not gonna lie, I am waiting for this, but it's just iffy at the same time. 1.2190 is your sell spot. Yeah, absolutely. I could totally see 1.2190 getting hit. Now, obviously, naturally, you know how I do. Once I get to 1-to-1 on my trade, I'm going to be like, okay, stop loss at break even, take at least like 50%, like 30-40% profits, let the trade ride, and if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. So I definitely do agree with you, Peyton, that 1.2190 is a good sell spot. Because even if I were to sell, let's just say, now let's do this the opposite way, right? Even if I were to sell this, it's probably the same thing as what Peyton says, realistically. Let me hide all that. If I were to sell, this is where I'd be selling at. So, sell box. If I were to sell, this is the only way that I could sell on Euro USD, is for price to come up here and then drop. But then when I'm seeing this, 1.21, yeah, 907 exactly. But then when I'm seeing that, if price comes back up here, then I'm gonna be like, ooh. And now, is price gonna stay up here, or is price gonna just continue? I mean, is price gonna stay up here and then drop, or is it gonna continue going to the upside? So it's because, especially like I said, it's in an uptrend, and I just can't ignore that it's in an uptrend. So that's one thing that I'm definitely gonna be watching for with the with Euro USD. I do like this sell right here. I do like it because of the volume that was there. Look at all this volume on the 1 hour time frame, heavy volume. But again, its price is in an uptrend, and I can't ignore that. If I do, then I'd just be. Although I do know how the banks work, and they love when people are built on one trend, and then they'll try to like, okay, we'll bet we're gonna go against you now. So, not that. There we go. So let's see what Euro USD does for us. I'll check back at Arbitrage later on to see what it's saying for the 1 hour, but the 15 minutes calling for a sell, so that's a good confirmation to tell us that this can go up to the upside. So, gonna wait on it. So let's go on over to Gbp USD. Oof, GU, man. I thought it was gonna keep going to the upside because that's what all it's been doing, is making higher highs. But it finally made a lower low. So let me go ahead and get rid of all this stuff before I speak on this, because I do need these zones still drawn out. All right. Monthly time frame. Before I continue, let me do something real quick, guys. All right. So now GP USD. I loved how price came up to this because I can't go and call this resistance, because it's not. It's a monthly resistance, but it's more like a weekly supply zone. I like how price came up to here, and then it came and just literally left a huge wick to the upside. But me personally speaking, I still do think that price can come up to this huge monthly supply zone where price left previous wicks. I do still think that's a huge possibility. I think that actually is what's going to happen, because again, GU has just been in a tear going to the upside, and if I was what the banks would be looking at, I just see a push, stop hunt, and then a crash, possibly. That's exactly what that's exactly what they've done in the past. Like, look at right here. Boom. Thought price was gonna keep going up. Oh, nope, sorry. Crashed. So that's kind of probably what's gonna end up happening here, or just get a breakout, retest, and continuation to the upside, because GP USD is definitely an uptrend. But if you look at the weekly candle, you're not gonna think that at all. You're gonna probably be thinking that, with this weekly candle right here, this could be a potential turnaround point for GP USD, and I agree with that as well. But I more want to see this happen rather than price just stop right here, because why would it just stop at this area where price was consolidating for a long time in previous weeks? You know, that's just something that I'm thinking. I'm like, why would it choose here when it can easily just go a little higher, fake people out, making people assume that it's going to continue buying and then end up dropping? Because I mean, this is a lot of weeks for GP USD to be bullish. You know, I think that we are. Well, I know a lot of other people agree with this statement that we are heavily overdue for a retracement, but that retracement might not be coming quite yet. Daily time frame, if you're going to look at it, you see that, okay, yes, I like this daily candle right here. Huge wick to the upside, bearish engulfing candle, another like a Morobozu candle with the slightly lower wick, and now we have a bullish candle that's price is pushing to the upside. All I could really see on the 4-hour time frame, realistically speaking, is that this is what price did. It looks just like what GU did. I'm just gonna leave that there. It's just like what EU did. Push to the upside. This could literally be a buying zone. Why is there so much news? Well, it's probably like low impact news or something. A buy zone right here for GU right here. Look at, as well, came to the 78.6, left the wicks down here on the 4-hour time frame, and now it's starting to make a bullish push to the upside. I think that this is still has very much high capability of still going to the upside, because it hasn't broken any 4-hour structure, realistically speaking, unless you want to call this, like, if you want to call where price was consolidating a little bit before it took off, if you want to call that bullish structure, bearish structure. I mean, if it broke a bullish structure, then sure, why not, I guess. This right here, I wouldn't call that breaking structure. I'd just be like, okay, might be due for a pullback. If it starts to break like 1.38376 and lower, that's when I'll start to think that, okay, yes, this is indeed coming for a pullback. But until then, all I really see is price still pushing to the upside. I definitely want the sell, and if I were to sell, it's the same thing with Euro USD. Let me hide all this real quick. If I were to sell GP USD, it definitely have to be this type of move. Hide this. I wish there was a shortcut. I'd have to probably buy like around 1.40993, maybe even 1.41220, realistically. I like 1.41220 more. That's where I'd look to sell GBP USD. And so if that were to happen, then absolutely. I'll be like, okay, let's take a crack at it. But at the same time, like I said, it's just bearish right now. But this might be the turn of events to make this continue going to the downside, you know? But I don't think so. That's just my personal opinion. until I start to see like real daily structure being broken on here, then I have to stay bullish on this. But of course, the lower time frames is what happens, what shows you the turn of events before the higher time frames, though. Higher time frames do. I cannot speak, man. So yeah, all I see is price going to the upside, like 1.4398. No, 1.44939 is really where I want to see price come up to, and then that's when I might be like, okay, if price comes up here and it breaks through this, comes down, continues to the upside, hey, it is what it is. But that's where I'll be really looking at price to really slow down with this bullish movement, because like again, what reason does it have to be stopping at this point? Nothing. So let's go ahead and I'm just watching this at this point. If price would have been right here, I would have probably said, yeah, let's get into a buy, but it wasn't. So gonna go on over arbitrage, sorry. So arbitrage monthly time frame. Let's go take a look at the monthly. Oh, well, it's basically hit its monthly take profit level that I would have taken it at, but then again, it could still go higher, so not really looking at that. Weekly time frame, again, this is just going higher. It's like it's just overextended in my opinion. I wanted to sell, but I can't sell it yet. Not enough confirmations. All right, this arbitrage has me interested because indeed, like I said, if price can come up to like 1.41200 area, I kind of would want, if I really wanted to sell this, price going all the way up here and then a drop, I would be so down for that. Don't think it's gonna happen. Well, not the way how I want it with arbitrage. I think it'll probably go a little higher, but I do, if I was gonna sell it, again, that's the move that I would make. 1 hour time frame already starting to set up for a buy, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this alert up and get us a possible intraday move tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and set up an alert. Arbitrage long entrance, GU buy possibility. All right, so create that. So we'll see how this plays out with GU. I'm gonna be watching it on Arby. But other than that, guys, again, I just think that GU is just gonna keep going bullish. I don't see any reason why it would stay. I mean, of course I forgot to do. Anyways, I don't see any reason why this is gonna slow down quite yet. I mean, look, it's just been bullish, steadily pushing to the upside, and then now it's making higher strides. So maybe it could possibly come down. I mean, another possibility. This is what happens when I get into my zone, man. Another possibility is price can literally come down back into this price area and then push to the upside. And if I were to fib this, let's see what that would look like. Yeah, if price, ooh, perfect. Like 1.37096, that's a high possibility. Because again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not gonna count this day. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days of a bullish price movement. Price can definitely still come to the likes of 1.37610 or 1.37096. This is what I'll be looking for more, because price would be coming back into this range area, and then for a possible move to the upside. I could see that happening very much so, which then that makes me like, okay, for the sell that I was talking about, let's see if that could really play out. If it plays out and it looks good, I'll get in the sell. So that's for GU. I still do believe overall it is in an uptrend, but let's see what things occur. AUD USD, man, this pair is so annoying. This pair is beyond annoying. Anyways, what's the trend? Extremely bullish. What's the trend? Extremely bullish. But then if you go onto the weekly candlestick, this candlestick is huge. especially with the wick to the upside, it's huge. With the bearish candlestick, it still mean that it's going to push to the upside. But the monthly, this looks like that it could just be turning around as well, showing it looks like an inverted hammer on the monthly time frame. So I'm still watching for to see what AUD USD is going to do. But it's, again, this is just an annoying pair to deal with. Alright, so AUD USD, for me personally, I would have loved it if it would have held right here for the retest and continuation to the upside. You don't get everything that you want though, just based off of the same things with other USD pairs. Price could have easily held at my 71% fib right here, and now it's going to continue going, making higher highs. I don't see any reason other. I do see the very bearish engulfing candles. I do see them, and I do see the possibility for them to start selling. But on the daily time frame, there's realistically nothing that's saying that, oh, it's broken daily structure, that, oh, it's going to start selling. Once it starts, if it breaks right here, then I'll definitely be like, okay, long term, I could definitely see this pushing to the downside. But as of right now, I'm still seeing pushes to the, I'm still seeing bullish moves, especially with the DXY. Again, the way how the DXY looks, I'm still expecting bullish moves to the upside. So, gonna wait and see what AUD USD has in store for us. Overall, I do very much see price coming from 0.77081 and making a higher high at 0.82725. AUD USD has not been slowing down with the bearish move, and same thing right here. Look, so I don't know how many weeks, how many of you guys remember when this was going on with AUD USD, but right over here when price was starting to show, let me actually go a little, there we go. Right over here, price started to show possibilities of it was going to start slowing down and look to sell, right? And I was trying to catch sells right here, but then price started to keep moving higher and higher, and then I was like, okay, let me try to get sells right here again. Okay, price consolidated, then price started to make higher highs. That's why I'm like, it's making higher highs, but I'm trying to sell it before it even makes a lower low, or it makes makes a lower low. If price can make a lower low by breaking here, absolutely, that's when I'm like, okay, now this is probably going to start to sell. But until then, I can't make that opinion. I can't make that judgment call. So what I'll be waiting for a possible sell, because again, if price was down here, then I would have been like, oh, let's get into a buy. But since it's not, what I would be looking for if I was trying to get into a sell on AUD USD at this point is for price to literally come back up to 0.71958. And if it does that, then on the higher time frames, I'm going to be like, no, man, I can't try to sell this right here. But that's the only way that I could try to sell it. That's what snipers do, right? Snipers, they be like, all right, let's see what we got, and hit that, or don't hit it, you know? So, gonna wait and see what AUD USD has in store for us. Now, if price can come back down to 0.76929 or even 0.7700, I'll probably try to look for buys, realistically speaking. And even if I take a buy and just take it up to here, it's still a decent call, because price might not even come back down if it comes up here. So just wait and see, just watching. Gonna be patient with AUD USD as well. Got to be really patient with all the USD pairs, because my buy entries were missed, and that's that. So, but again, this still making higher highs. Did it even break this structure really? So you can't say that, oh, it's broken bearish structure. If it breaks here, then yeah, maybe, sure, I could start saying that it's bearish. But until then, even on the 4-hour time frame, this still looks like it's in an uptrend. So, all right, let's go on over to Gbp Aud. I'm pretty sure things will start to speed up now. Ooh, this looks like a good hit for a sell though. All right, Gbp Aud went lower and then pushed to the upside. These banks, they're criminals, man. Let's go on to the monthly time frame first and foremost. I'm gonna hide this real quick because I'm gonna use it again. Be bringing it right back. 2 minutes, okay. So Gbp Aud still at this weird, very weird area. Well, not weird. It's just an interesting area to be holding at with price on the monthly time frame. It's not really showing much movement. Last month it's showing a hammer is printed out, so that could be a good possible indication that price might be moving to the upside, but you don't want to make any of those arrangements quite yet, right? You want to wait for price to do these things before you get into anything. I'm gonna go ahead and draw out this as well, because this could be a good supply zone for price to hold at, because I'm still personally looking for sales on GA, because I mean it's still been bearish. I mean, yes, I do see that this happened, that you got the breakout. Price could still come and retest this before continuing to the upside, but I'm not going to play with that trend line. What I really do see still happening, and let me go back to that Fibonacci that I had. No, I don't even... Is this what I had? I don't think so. No, it's not. There we go. I have a lot of stuff on here that needs to just be deleted. There we go. Nothing else? Cool. Alright, so with GA, all I really see is price dropping from here, man. Like, I do see that prices right here. Hold on. So yeah, I do see that price is at this weekly supply zone right here. I do love also that it's at my sell box. It's still holding at the 78.6 right here. I'm really looking for sales long term on GA. I really do like it. I've been waiting for it for price to really come back up here and push up and see what it's really going to do. If it's going to hold here, which I don't think it is, because I still do think that Aud Usd is going to push to the upside. But I do think that GBP pairs might be pushing to the upside as well. So that's kind of interesting. Oh, hold on. I gotta get back on here for my my Zoom. Okay, cool. Okay, let me go ahead and make themselves, and then meet participants upon entry. There we go. All right, so record. Alright, so continuing on with GA, I really do like the sells right here. I'm actually probably going to end up taking the sell. Now, I do see this daily, very bullish engulfing daily candle. That does give me like doubts on my sell, especially right here of all places. But, I mean, realistically speaking, at this point, all I could really see price doing, which I think it already did, is it came up here and grabbed some liquidity for another drop. Because again, this is still... because it's still considered to be in a downtrend. Like, even, let's go ahead and remove this and even make things a little bit more clear. Ooh, price is right there and it's not letting me grab. There you go. Let's make this even more clear, right? So push this up here. I don't even like this zone right here. Push that right there. Put this over here. All right, so let's just play in between these two zones right here, right? I'm gonna go ahead and drop coordinates on there so that you can do the same thing on yours. Realistically, this is still in no man's land if you're coming from this demand zone to this supply zone over here. This is basically in no man's land, but I'm literally getting the retracement from this push, from this high to this low. Price hasn't made a higher high on the daily time frame, so I can't, like with this recent structure that is made, yeah, I guess it's made a higher high, but I'm talking about from these structures overall over here. From this high, price, from this high, price made a low, higher high, higher low, higher equal, basically, and then higher, and then it made a lower low right here. So I was like, I can't, yeah, it's broken the structure. This is what really makes me doubt that price is gonna start selling right here. This is the one thing up here that's making me doubt that, realistically speaking. But I still see the selling right here. I really like the sell. Overall, I don't really think that AUD USD is gonna start turning around, because every time I have, it's just been like, nope, I'm not. So let's really see what GA is gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and place a sell right here, long term. Gonna hold it down. If I take the L, I take the L. You know, I'm gonna risk like 1% on this move. Risk management, it's important. I'm okay with taking an L right here. $287 pips, man. That is more like a position trade in my opinion. But I'm gonna hold this down and see what's up, because I really do like this opportunity. Again, I really don't think that price is gonna start dropping quite yet. It very much can, but I don't think it will yet. If it does break this trend line, then I'll start to consider getting out. And that's just an easy confirmation to tell you, hey, get out for right now. Maybe get in at a later time at a more desired pricing, and then you might get what you want. But until then, yeah, I'm still bearish on this thing. Continuation to the downside type vibe. So that's that for GA. Let's go on over to Arbitrage. See what Arbitrage got for us. So Arbitrage, daily time frame, called for the buy, still calling for the bullish move. A weekly time frame, ooh, the weekly is starting to look like they might want to start buying. Okay, so when I start seeing stuff like this, that makes me say that, okay, maybe what I'm gonna do is, like I said, with that trend line, if price breaks that trend line, then I'll get out of the trade early. You know, because what I would love to see happen is price make a bullish move, retest that RSI line, and then continue to the upside. Because this looks really good for a potential position trade for Gbp Aud. I like this actually a lot. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at this at the end of the week, see what it looks like. But other than that, everything else I'm pretty sure is realistically bullish on GA right now. So taking the sell is a little risky on my end, but I guess I've been kind of waiting for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the sell on it. Ooh, the 15-minute is calling for a sell, but this is not what I'm gonna base my trade off of. Or you can actually. This is actually perfect for you to base off your exit for the sell that we just got in. Short, exit all, once per bar close, and create. This is really perfect for a sell because break, retest. If this calls for the exit, then most likely, let me just go over here. If it calls for the exit, it's going to call for the exit most likely at 1.80965. And where is price coming up to? 1.80965. Let's see. Okay, it'd probably be like right at the trend line. Ooh, that would be tough. I still don't like that. And the confirmations right here, it's only giving you 2 out of the 4 full confirmations that saying it's gonna sell. It's just that price broke out, gave the sell call, then retested RSI line, and now looking for a drop, but these are still showing that it's buying. So let's see what happens with GA. Let's go over to Euro AUD. This pair is another one, man. Alright, Euro AUD is kind of doing what I've been wanting it to do. I kind of still wanted to push up a little higher. I've been saying that, alright, well, once EA is done playing games, I wanted to come back up to 1.57521 and then drop, but it can still hold right here. Now, it definitely didn't hold right here, which I didn't expect it to be quite honest. So, like I said, would still want this small push to the upside on it, and then we can see what it's going to do from there. But if you go on the monthly time frame, hide this real quick. Oops. Hide. If you look on the monthly time frame, it just looks like price came and respected this whole thing right here. Let me get rid of these real quick. It just looks like price came and respected this whole support and it's about to take off. And I mean, from a weekly point of view, you could kind of say that from a monthly point of view, you could kind of say that EA is bullish. If you want, you could even draw a trend line on it, and you could argue that it's bullish. 1, 2, 3 trend lines confirmed for trend line traders. So this could very well, be a push to the upside, but until I really see until I start really seeing like 1.59318, 1.600 getting touched, that's when I'll start to be like, okay, maybe this is gonna go for a bullish move. Although it does look like price went on the daily, closed up here, that it is kind of trying to break the structure, but I really want 1.5082 to get broken before I make that type of decision. So until then, realistically, I do like how the weekly is starting to look. I really do. But I'm still looking for a price to like break through these highs before I start to say, okay, price is gonna go bullish. I've been trying to say that, oh, Euro AUD is gonna go bullish, Euro AUD is gonna go bullish. It hasn't been. But of course, I don't know why I had that there. What could very well happen right here? Let's push that to the side. Go into the 4-hour time frame. What could very well happen here? We all know that if I was looking for buys, well, not we all know. Let me not say that, but for those who have been seeing my trading for a while now, if I'm looking for buys, I would need price to push down back to 1.53809 and then continuation. But then if that happens, if price does come back to 1.53809, I'll start to be skeptical. I'll be like, okay, this might not be going for a buy. This might be going for a sell. So gonna wait and see what happens overall with EA. I like how it looks. 1.57393 is definitely a place of interest for me to take a look at for sells. So that is for, oh, it doesn't show you the time down. That is for Euro AUD. Gonna go ahead and draw an alert there. Oops. Sorry, I gotta edit this. 71% fib sell entry for Euro AUD. Okay. Go on to arbitrage real quick. 15 minutes already calling for a sell. I still want price to go up a little higher though. Remove drawings. Yeah, still definitely want price to go quite higher. 4-hour called for a sell. I wanted the retest, never got it. Price already hit TP basically. Daily time frame holding up right at this RSI line. So I might not even get my price that I want, realistically speaking, because what I would still want again is for price to come back to 1.57371 and then drop, but that might not happen. Price can just literally hold right here, then keep falling. A weekly time frame, very much bearish. I remember when I called this back in October. That's funny. And monthly is just calling for a sell. Now, you have to wait a whole 30 something days for this to happen. What I could very well see is price pushing back up to 1.61465 and then dropping. So that would be interesting if this happens. But anyways, just gonna wait over and see what Euro AUD is doing, but it could definitely hold right here. Meanwhile, I like that potential push to back to the upside for the monthly arbitrage on Euro AUD. So, gonna be watching over that. This should be a sell. Let's go on over to Euro Gbp. Extremely bearish. Extremely bearish. Oh wow. It finally, wow. Okay. This irks me sometimes because I just don't play how I say that I should be doing sometimes. Look where price came down to. Came down to the 78.6 area that I've been talking about for the past how many weeks on Euro GBP. Left a wick there and pushed to the upside. Now that does not mean that Euro GBP is bearish or is going to be bearish. It does not mean that at all. It just means that I could have definitely taken advantage of price leaving this wick down here and going for a buy like I would have wanted to. But regardless, Euro GBP, I like seeing this candle, shows exhaustion, possible push to the upside. Got a bullish engulfing candle right after. I don't like seeing this candle though. It tried going up even higher because now what I'm seeing on the 4-hour time frame is just this happened. Oh, you got the bearish push down. Look where price came back up to. This could have been your sell entry right here. Price is already in profits. I think I would have put my stop loss at break even somewhere around here. Boom. So that's that on EG. I'm still really like watching it to see what it does. I would actually really love it if price stayed at this area, because if it did, then I'd be like, okay, maybe this is a possible swing entry that you can get on EG for those who want to hold. Not even a swing, it's like a position trade, because basically on the freaking weekly time frame. I've been liking the results of position trades a lot, and so I think I'm gonna start like posting those up more, like long-term trades, holding them for like months on end. It's not for the weak-hearted. But yeah, if prices stayed down here, I could really kind of see a possibility of EG going to the upside. But again, it's so bearish that it's so bearish on like the daily time frame that it'd be kind of like saying, it's kind of going against what I've been saying with the other pairs, like, oh, like this is still bearish, so why would I try to be buying it right here, type of thing, you know? But again, I've seen some moves, some daily time from 4-hour moves that this could possibly be a sell, a buy, but the only way that I would buy it is if price came back down to 0.89594, or even, no, I wouldn't want 0.86295. I'd realistically want like 0.85944 right here, and then a push to the upside. So gonna watch and see what Euro GBP does for me. But that would be awesome if we could start getting that turnaround on EG that I've been waiting for. That would be really cool, because then that would mean that the Gbp USD and Gbp Aud, not Gbp Aud, that would mean Gbp USD would start to fall, and that would help GA fall too. So actually that would be nice. That would be nice, yeah. Alright, Euro NZD. Ooh. Alright, so this is perfect. First of all, let me get rid of this. I think I gave this analysis to somebody last week, or did I just do it on the live? I forgot. But overall, what I really wanted to see on EN, and same thing, it's just showing that it's bearish, extremely bearish. Going to my 71% fib, which it hit, came up to the 78.6 Fibonacci at 1.66979, and I'm still looking for a continuation to the downside. Like really, like I don't see any reason to be trying to buy Euro NZD. It's extremely bearish. Same thing as with all the other trades. They've been trending to the downside or to the upside. The trend is your friend until I start seeing some major structure levels being broken on Euro NZD. Then I'm gonna remain bearish on it realistically. Like, let me go into the monthly time frame. Now on the monthly, it does definitely show that a price could be literally just dropping a wick right here, and now it's gonna push to the upside. Absolutely, I'm not denying that at all. Even if you draw a trend line, it kind of looks like EA. Not really though, because it would still need more downside to come to before it comes to this trend line. But still, regardless, the monthly time frame, it could possibly be that price is just going to be hanging around right here, and then price comes back down, just takes those out, and then pushes to the upside. Weekly time frame kind of looks like the same thing. Looks like a hammer might have been placed on this weekly time frame, but I could definitely see this wick getting filled out, because that news that happened when price pushed up and then it pushed right back down. When I see that happen, all I can think of is, oh, okay, this is the trend that the banks really want to go with. And if you want to just draw a 4-hour trend line, you could just draw that and be like, if it breaks, then I'm gonna get out the trade type of thing. But I'm looking for sells, like right now. Well, not right at this moment, but if I could really get price to come back, let me go back to the 4-hour time frame. If I could really get price to come back up to 1.628 right here, I'm gonna be looking for sells. I would definitely be looking for sells. And again, if that trend line starts to break, then I'll be like, all right, this looks like a time for me to start to skedaddle type move, you know? And then I'll reconsider trying to sell this or not. But again, if price comes back up here, I'll see what's up. I'll be like, maybe I'll get in, maybe I won't. I'll set up an alert for it. Oops. %71% fib. Sell entry possibility. Creates. So let's see what Euro NCD. No, silly. I need the candle to close. But of course, this candle it's still open, so that's the reason why I did that. So I'm just gonna leave it. So let's see what's up though. But other than that, I mean, for those who want to take the the sell right now, absolutely. And the same thing as with other pairs, the only way that I'd probably look to try to buy it is if price came up to like 1.64366, I would look to sell it then. But then that would only make me think that, oh, this is a continuation of the downtrend. So gotta see what's up. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a buy on it because I'm looking for buys. Let's go over to Gbp Jpy. Alright, GJ, this thing is still bullish. This thing, even though it did all this, and I would love for it to actually come back up for a possible entry on a sell, but overall it's done what I needed it to do. Like, this is literally where I had an alert set. I'm so mad that it didn't get triggered because it was just barely far off. But yeah, it grabbed this liquidity up here. That's kind of what I wanted GJ to really do. I really wanted it to do that liquidity grab, and I want it to crash. I really do want this to happen. I've been waiting for it to happen for so long, and then my alert, again, it got missed because, like, let me just actually show what I had over here. I said my alert right there. I think I got it off of the POC. Let me see. I doubt it was, but I just was saying that all I see is price looking at all this right here, looking at all this, and to fake out the buyers and then a drop. So that happened, and I'm more than happy that it did. This is still very much bullish. There's nothing that's telling me that it's sold yet, that is really ready to sell yet. But if I'm looking for sell opportunities, this is what I'm gonna be looking for. 149.618, then a drop. I really like this play on GJ. I've been waiting for it to really come up to this high. I'm gonna definitely play this move off. It's probably gonna be ready by tomorrow or maybe by Tuesday. But I'm definitely looking for this sell opportunity right here on GJ. And that would match up with a lot of other pairs that I'm looking for with their sells, like with GA sell, with the Gbp USD sell. That would help out a lot. So let's see what GJ does over here. It's still very much bullish, and if you are taking this sell, then it is the type of sell that you are trading against the trend. But it's the same thing with GJ. Same like EG. I'm looking for EG to sell off, to buy off as well. But I needed to sell, then buy. But it's just, gotta wait and see what the markets are showing us when it gets there, right? So GJ already have the buy set up. 45 minutes until this closes. What I can possibly get out of this, if I can get a retest, sure, take it to the upside. 1.49.894 would be the TP, and then we'll see what's up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put Gbp Jpy crossing, arbitrage, RSI line, only once, and then RSI line retest for buy. Create, and we'll see what's up. So that is for Gbp Jpy. Long analysis stick. I'm gonna be watching for that. USHEF is not in a buy, or I'm not in USHEF. Alright, USHEF. So I did want to go over this sell. Alright, so I was definitely thinking that USHEF was going to go into a sell, but then like I mentioned, once this trend line got broken, I was like, okay, I'm going to get out of the sell, because then I think this is going to go ahead and hit my stop loss, which it definitely did. And so let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of all of this actually. Move drawings. Monthly time frame. This is still extremely bearish, like extremely bearish. It didn't even give us a monthly, like, engulfing candle. I don't know why it took me a while to think about engulfing. So I'm still hesitant on trying to even, I don't want to buy USHEF at this point. I can't look to buy it right now. I would have to wait for mean retracement before I can think of selling this, you know? So this is a regular box. What I could definitely see price doing, if it is gonna end up selling, is either A, has to literally come back down into this area and then continue, or B, just continue going to the upside. But what I kind of see happening overall is price trying to grab some liquidity and then dropping again. Because it's in a downtrend. It's just in a huge downtrend, and I really can't say in good faith that I think that this is going to buy. I don't think it is until it breaks structure. Until it starts to break this structure up here, I can't really say that this is going to buy, realistically speaking. And then let's even take it from, I don't care for this, but sure, why not? Take it from up here. Look at the area that price has been holding at for the past couple of days. It's been holding close to the 78.6 fib right here, but it's not quite there yet. I still think that this could drop though. I still think that this has very much a lot of capabilities of dropping. And even if I were to draw a trend line from right here, I don't care for this, not there. From right here to here, it's kind of a reach, but I like this sell right here, and I will kind of do the same type of thing as I'm doing with GA. like I'm gonna go ahead and take the sell. It's more of a position / swing trade sell. But if it breaks this trend line, then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get out, and I'd wait for better confirmations. But other than that, this really does look like a sell to me, realistically speaking. And it's kind of like the same thing with the DXY. The DXY has to break its zone before I could finally determine and say with good faith that, okay, yes, I do think that it's gonna sell. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back into this USEF trade. Maybe my target might not even be down this low. But again, if price breaks this trend line, then I'll start to be like, okay, then I'm gonna get out and I'll wait. You know, if it makes any higher highs, I'll wait. But let's see how that things play out. So that's for USEF. Just going over to Arbitrage, weekly time frame. Ooh, starting to look like it's gonna start to call for a buy. That's something that I gotta watch for. And so if it does look like it's gonna call for a buy, what I want is a better breakout, retest, and then a continuation to the upside. That's a good position trade possibility right here. Hold on, just want to show. Last time that it called for a sell was right here. It took a very long time for it to play out, but it ended up feeding how many pips? More than a, hold on. It fed out 995 pips on this. It did call this buy right here, but I personally would not have gone into this with all of these right there. No, I wouldn't have gone in. This I would not have gone into. I don't like how this weekly thing looks. I mean, this looks decent, but it's just depending. Like, it's very dependent on how the bands look for me to get into a trade. I won't just take every single one blindly, personally. Daily time frame called for a buy. 4-hour time frame, I'm pretty sure it's still bullish. So this could very well keep going to the upside. It has a lot of capability to do that. The 15-minute time frame is calling for a sell. I like that. You can use the 15-minute. I'll set the alert as a possible exit for tonight. So short, exit all, create, and there you go. So if I get the break of the trend line, or I get the alert to get out of USEF, whichever comes first, then I'll be like, yo, I think it's time to get out of the trade. But until then, I'm looking to sell USEF. I'll probably delete that alert tomorrow morning if I don't get the exit tonight. So that's for USEF. Let's go on to tacos. Okay. Mr. Tacos, what's up? Mr. Tacos, what's up? Alright, so price ended up coming to my alert. I didn't even notice it did. Kind of upset because I could have got it. I'm not a sniper. I would have most likely waited on the move regardless. But wait, let me see the monthly real quick. So last month was definitely pretty active with USD Mexican peso. Left a huge weight to the downside, but then came up here. This was where I had set my alert, and I was like, okay, I needed price to come up here, and it did indeed, because I wanted to see if price was going to start to stop over there and show some resistance, which it is, and I really like that. But I'm still not 100% convinced that price is going to drop quite yet. So I'm going to wait a little bit for USD Mexican. I don't want to jump into anything. As you can see, it made, look at this first move that it did. Came to 61%, pushed up. Could be another possible move to the upside, because this, it has broken structure. When I see a structure like this being broken, that's when I can start being like, okay, this probably is going to start going into a bullish move. And especially when it closes it on the higher time frames as well, that's why I'm like, okay, gotta really watch out and see what's up. But still, this can still end up falling if it's gonna hold right here. But I think that it's gonna go bullish, but I'm still gonna give it some time. I don't really have a good reading on it personally, except all I could really say is that price comes back into like this area, 20.54611, and then push to the upside. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna wait and see what USD Mexican is gonna do. I think it's gonna go bearish, but it's been breaking structure, so I'm just gonna wait on it. Arbitrage, let's see what weekly arbitrage has. Okay, weekly arbitrage is just retesting this RSI line. It didn't break through it, so this can definitely mean that this can give us more of a push to the downside. So that's another good confirmation for me. Daily time frame extremely bullish. 4 hour time frame extremely bullish. 1 hour time frame starting to call for that sell. This is perfect. So if I can get that retest, this is what I want. I want the retest, and then I'd look to sell it. This could be an entry that I'll be probably looking to take 1% off of on a 1 hour, which is very rare for me. But I would look to probably get a sell if I get that push to the upside again. Now it's showing this magenta color, so it might just straight up drop, which I won't be surprised. But if I can get this retest, I'm definitely gonna hop in. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the alert for the retest. RSI line, retest for sell. There we go, create. And so let's see how this plays out, but I think this is just gonna straight up drop from right here. Realistically speaking. All right, let's go on over to gold. All right, man. Congratulations, gold, you played my life. And I'm just playing. Get rid of all this stuff because gold is indeed, it's now it's broken structure, and I can't say it's not bearish. It's very much bearish. Still in this, let me go over this arbitrage weekly first and see what it looks like before I make anything. Yep, very much still bearish. So what I really want to see on gold at this point is for price to just literally, you know, do the retest, skedaddle. So I could really see it doing at this point. From this impulsive move, price would come probably up a little higher at 1787, but I'm not going to be looking for sells up here. I'm going to be looking for sells right here more. Price, like according to arbitrage, price can literally hold right here and just keep dropping. But I mean, again, guys, this is just, it's over with basically with the buys. I don't think that price is going to keep going bullish. I do see that this is the next structure that price would have to get to, but all I can really see, guys, really again, is just the retest and continuation to the downside on gold. Nothing else really. It's just doing what it's been supposed to be doing, which is selling. Even have this trend line right here as a guide, so to be like, okay, price comes back up there, see if it's gonna drop or if it's gonna respect it. But other than that, yeah, gold is doing what I was saying previous weeks until I changed my analysis. I like this trend line much better. So yeah, this is all I really see on gold, is just for it to retest the broken bearish structure. I mean, the broken, yeah, well, it was bearish structure. Now this is considered a bullish structure for a retest and then continuation to the downside. That's how I see it, and that's how I'm gonna play gold. Daily time frame, absolutely been bearish since from up here. I don't like how the arbitrage looks on any of these, and now the hour time frame could definitely, let me hide this. Hour time frame could definitely play out, but I'm not really looking for it. 15-minute time frame is already playing out, but I would need a retest and then a continuation to the upside. But it's just for the retest and then for a drop again. So this is all I really look at for gold at this point. Just wait for the price to come back up to these highs and then sell it again. All right, let's look at these indices, man. I have no idea what they did on Friday, because I did not take a look at them at all. Oh man, that drop though. I mean, all I could really say with S&P, I still see price coming down to 3751.9 and then going to the upside. This thing is making higher highs. Yeah, it showed this bearish move and stuff like that, but it's not going to give me a reason to be like, oh, this is going to sell. It's going to sell off to the downside. So this is really all I see still happening with the S&P, really. This continuation. It could definitely hold right here. If it does, then hey, I missed it. But other than that, this is where I would look to get into buys at 3751. Dow Jones made higher highs, then came in crashing down. But it's the same thing as with the S&P. If it does hold right here, all I really can see is price coming back down to like 30,364 before making higher highs. I don't really see anything more than that realistically. And with Nasdaq, although I'm not trading this thing anymore, man, look at this. This thing is terrible. Stop loss was at break even though, so it's cool. But anyways, Nasdaq, I don't know what this thing is gonna do. This thing's a player, man. Yeah, Nasdaq, I'm not really even interested in trading it. I just think that this is gonna push to the upside, and I think that Nasdaq might make it so that the S&P and the Dow Jones doesn't even make it to these lows. I think that it's just gonna start pushing to the upside, honestly speaking. But if I were to give a play on Nasdaq, I would say don't touch it. Probably wait for it to come down here, maybe. Do a good stop type move and then push to the upside, I think. Something like that. I would love for something like that to happen, probably. At these lows right here. Yeah, that could possibly happen. But again, I'm not touching Nasdaq. I'm gonna just be focusing on S&P and Dow Jones, because if I would have paid attention to those, I would have definitely been making the moves that I like more. And I've already gone over cryptocurrency and everybody's seen it, so I don't think I need to go over it again. But if anybody needs me to go over it, just let me know. But other than that, is there any other questions? Is there any questions, anything that need to talk about or anything like that? If not, then I'm gonna head off and eat my food. All right, sweet. All right, guys. Well, thank you for checking out my analysis. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and be posting up the playback very shortly, and let's make some money, y'all. Thanks, and later.